My name is Wokie Weah, and I'm president of Youthprise. The mission of Youthprise is to champion learning beyond the classroom so that all Minnesota youth thrive. Basically, we are investors. We invest in the future of Minnesota by investing in underserved youth of color, and youth from immigrant communities.
As an immigrant to this country, I really experienced food insecurity myself as a young man. My mother and my father were immigrants and they didn't know the language and the culture here. They couldn't work because they were older. So basically, two of our siblings had to work and provide for the family. And I would love to have this opportunity when I was younger, to have free meals at the site I used to go to. But 1 in 5 kids in Minnesota face food insecurity in a given month or a given year. So being able to provide the food to the kids is really important to me.
Yeah, we actually have families that show up as well now. At first we only had kids, but now even family shows up. And I've been living here since I was a kid, and we never had a food program. And since we started, the community has been better and kids been eating better, and it's amazing to have that in the neighborhood.
Since we started the Youthprise nutrition program, we have seen a big change in the behavior and kind of cooperation and team dynamics between a lot of our youth. Participating in a meal program means you have to wait in line, you have to talk to adults you don't know, you have to follow directions, and this is giving them a chance to practice that every day.
Anytime we have an issue, I send an email or send a call, and Sheila and Christa, they handle it within the hour or within the day. So I just really appreciate the both of them.
I assist in maintaining the compliance of all the sites that we have in Minneapolis and in St. Paul. So I help them follow the guidelines from the USDA and from the state regulations, because there are so many. We kind of help be their backbone and their go-to, so if they have a question, they can contact us so that we can alleviate any stress or questions that they might have about it. We went from the 1 site, so our pilot site with McDonough, and we now have 10 sites. We have a vendor that we have catered to all of our sites, and with that, we want to make sure that the site staff know how to receive that food, that they know that the proper temperatures it needs to be. We want to make sure that every meal is provided to the kids in a safe and efficient manner. So with that food safety, we're able to provide foods that are warm, that are delicious, and that won't make them sick because they know how to handle the food properly. And to use the program as a catalyst to change how they perceive meals, to use the program as a way to educate themselves on nutrition, because that's the importance of it. Making sure that the food that they take in will help excel them in the long run, and it won't just be, oh, I can grab this bag of chips, it'll suffice. It'll be, I'm gonna grab that apple and a granola bar because I know it'll make me feel full and I'll have more energy and I'll feel better later.
Every kid should have a decent meal every day and shouldn't go to bed hungry. Food insecurity is a huge issue in our community, and I'm glad that Youthprise is doing something to address it.
I was really excited when the food program was brought to my attention because I know how important and critical food is to health, like just a general health. And if you're eating well, you're going to be a much healthier person spiritually, physically, and mentally. And why wouldn't we want that for our youth in Minnesota? And there were millions of dollars worth of food just sitting there, being untapped simply because of the administrative burdens associated with accessing those funds. And this seemed like the perfect opportunity for Youthprise to demonstrate why it exists as an intermediary. Because we have the resources in-house, we have the capability, we have the strength all under one roof to create efficiencies for organizations that otherwise would struggle to take advantage of a program like this.
And the reason we are seeking funding from these partners is because we cannot support this program without outside funding. It's impossible. Until we become statewide, which is our goal, we need desperately the support of the community at large so we can support families. When you think about the future of Minnesota and that by 2040, 40% of people living in Minnesota are going to be people of color, and that the majority of the people who we're serving right now are people living in poverty. We cannot afford to ignore these people. We need to pay attention. We need to help these youth and children thrive because they are our tomorrow. And if we don't pay attention today, Minnesota is not going to be a good place to live tomorrow.
I want to thank our funders that got us this far. With their support, we're able to serve over 55,000 meals. Cargill Foundation, Margaret A. Cargill Foundation, General Mills, and Hunger Free Minnesota. But in order for us to reach our goal of statewide, we need more support financially and through volunteerism. Let's work together so we can better the lives of Minnesota youth.